scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. Scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm gonna pop it till I drop, cause I ain't dropping Miss Daisy. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I got a boast, I move like a ghost. Give them that Patrick Swayze's. All of them lost, they knew the cost. I chase them down, I'm the boss. Up in the circle, hitting that purple. If that don't work, maybe a perk. Well, Madison High, that is the spot where I get paid every raise. Sign on my checks with a big X, then get up out of my space. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. All of my shit, always legit, it's just what my mama gave me. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. Call it a win, once I begin, I'ma do it for my baby. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I am the one, hot like the sun, winning the races that pay me. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. Hitting the throttle, popping the bottle, pour it on top of like gravy. It's never a cap, winning the snap, and no one got nothing to say. I'm in every place, taking every race, nobody can get in my way. Tapping the brake, first to the tape, I never knew how to die. Give all the rest, all of my best, all of that takes running dry. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. You think you know how this will go, don't be so goddamn hasty. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'll see you there, blood in the air, victory's gonna be tasty. Crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more, or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life that means forever. That's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, it's something else.
2 decades have shaped the world.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Hello and welcome to the Left Lane iRacing League. Going to be kicking this season off here. This is our first race. I'm your host, Big Al. Going to be bringing you everything from the cautions to the greens, everything in between. Got my main man, Kobe Jordan. He's behind the scenes, pushing all of the buttons. Also joined up in the booth by none other than Mr. James Watson himself. And this is going to be something exciting. James, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, Big Al. This one's gonna be interesting. The Street Stocks always seem to put on a fantastic show here at Charlotte, you know, and everyone has a lot of experience at this track from all of our days as rookies with all the racing we've done on this particular combination. So it's going to be a lot of fun seeing how everyone tries to deal with this and survive the pack.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, this is the one track that we all literally spent hours upon hours rolling around trying to figure out what a racecraft even was. And now here we come back tonight and actually going to put it to use in a league. This league, 100% free content, free tracks, free cars, and I think it's rolling for 8 weeks. And we're going to have a lot of fun and crown ourselves a winner. But speaking of being here at Charlotte, do we have keys to the race? Okay, we're going to do the race track details first. It's Charlotte Motor Speedway, 1.46 miles. The race tonight, it's going to be 80 laps. Fuel range is going to be between 20 to 25 minutes with 5 sets of tires behind the wall. Well, sorry, 1 on the car, 4 behind the wall, under mostly cloudy skies here with winds out of the southeast at about 5 miles an hour. James, if you want to do the keys to the race for us.
Yes, sir. Keys to the race. Number 1, momentum through turns 3 and 4. How you set those up, that's going to be where they give out the money. Coming to the checker flag, trying to set up your run the best that you can to try to make sure you're ahead of anyone you're around. Coming to the checkered is going to be huge. Key number 2, managing draft and dirty air. Thankfully, these things aren't the most aerodynamic of racing vehicles, so you really don't have to worry about dirty air a whole lot, but the draft is definitely going to be key. You're going to be in a pack for probably a good chunk, if not the entire race, so trying to keep an eye on what's going on around you is going to be huge. And the final key, tire discipline over a run. I don't think tire wear is going to be that much of an issue. This is essentially Daytona and Talladega for these cars. It might act up a little bit. The tires, especially the right rear on the street stock, definitely seems to have gotten looser over the years on iRacing, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem tonight, but we've been proven wrong before.
That's right. Those are your keys to the race here. And I don't know, James, I'm thinking that tire wear and degradation might be a factor here tonight. I know it always was with the street stocks way back, but now with the tire model, these cars have all actually evolved. So I just don't think you're going to be able to go out there and run this thing wide open for 20, 25 laps and expect it not to fall off.
Yeah, I had a league race here with this exact combination about a year and a half ago, and I don't remember tires playing too much of an issue, but absolutely for the other tracks on the schedule, it's going to be a thing because these cars really like to loosen up over the course of the run, so it's a good way to at least get everyone used to the changes over the run and keeping that in mind without necessarily it being an opportunity to really lose it and end up hard into the wall.
Yeah, definitely. With just 30 seconds remaining here in practice before we actually will begin qualifying set to take place for 5 minutes. It's going to be their best 2 laps with 1 warm lap. And then we'll stack them up. And like I said, this race is going to be scheduled for 80 laps. As we get ready to transition from practice to qualifying. Now we get a chance to actually look at some of the drivers out here and kind of go over some of their names and maybe check out their paint schemes. As we got the 007, he's burning them down over here for show. It's going to be a good time.
Meanwhile, as qualifying has just about switched over, already seeing a few cars make their way onto the track. On board with one of the silver or black cars, I believe that's the 56 of Chris Norris that we're looking at.
Yeah, Chris trying to get a little heat into those tires there as he is getting ready to take his warm lap. Got the 14 car on your screen right now. That car is going to be piloted by none other than Mr. Jordan Person. Jordan's pretty fast in practice. I was watching, and I do believe he actually had the time to be on the board for the majority of the session. So we'll see if he can keep that up here as we begin, our transitioning into the qualifying and then the race stage.
Absolutely. You see Jordan coming off the bottom a decent amount, about like half a lane or so. Not sure what that's going to equate lap time wise. To me, qualifying for this combination has always been hug the bottom, just absolutely wrapping the blue and white line, at least definitely in the corners.
Yeah, we should be getting our first qualifying times here in soon. There's the first one there, Mr. Person himself on top of the leaderboard with a 36.821. Yeah, they're rolling in now pretty good. Dennis Manti with a 36.858. Chris Norris, 36.940. Justin Gilbert, 37.519.
I'm trying to figure out Greg's paint, and I have no idea what Greg's paint is.
It's the paint.
It's Bob Ross. Yeah, Kobe is absolutely losing it in the background. Greg with the Bob Ross car. Beautiful. And he just painted himself a happy little provisional pole position right now. Top of the charts. Oh, Lordy. Let me tell you, the meme schemes for this car on iRacing, just absolutely chef's kiss masterpieces. Anyone who's tried to find a paint for the Panther Street Stock knows exactly what I'm talking about and knows exactly the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's not a shortage of paints for these cars. Greg putting down his second fastest lap, which was the second lap of the 36.703. We're going to see if that's actually going to be able to hold up. Just over a minute and a half left in qualifying.
Scott Merrick in one of the other iconic meme schemes, the student driver paint. Puts it P4 on the grid right now.
Yeah, with a 36.801. Got numero uno. Robert Caldwell. He's going to put up a 37.211.
So we got another one of the silver and black brigade on track right now, Michael Wild. Sitting P8 so far. See what his second lap will bring him lap time wise. Off of turn 4, and it's gonna be improves. Yeah, he improved his lap time, but still stays in P8 right now.
Man, that's awesome. Well, look at that. Qualifying's coming to an end. We're going to go ahead and take a step away and get a quick ad break, and we'll be right back with the start of tonight's main event.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed, and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
And we are back with the lineup for tonight's event. Don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, and a follow. On the pole position right now tonight, we got Mr. Greg Wachinski with a 36.704. He's going to have Kevin Jordan on his outside with a 36.758. Row 2 shows Jordan Person. He'll be lined up beside Scott Merrick. Row 3, Chuck Norris going to be coming in. He'll have Dennis Manti on his outside.
And we have the 23 of Paul Olson and the 11 of Michael Wild on row 4. Joseph Gilbert in the 48 and Robert Caudill in the 1 round out the top 10. Dennis Halverson in the 12 and William Green in the 15 on row 6. Rounding out the field, Ryan Wayner in the 007. James Bond starting shotgun from the field with a view to a kill.
All right, that's what's going to be. That is the lineup for tonight as we're getting ready to start racking them up, stacking them up, getting ready to go, 2 to go, like still on the pace car. Hey, not really easy ways to get heat and tires going around this speedway. What's your preferred method there, James?
In a lot of the cars I drive, especially the PM18 on Tuesdays and the Lotus 79, slaloming, just swerving all over the place, really seems to help, especially those that are just kind of like rocks on the when they're still cold. I don't think you really have to worry about getting heat into these tires. You know, they're a little more street tires as we see the pace car pulling off.
Off and away he is. Wachinski through that start. Geico restart zone. Green flag is out and we are underway. Wachinski's going to take that right through the corner.
You saw it. Kevin Jordan, he elected to start from pit lane.
Not always a bad move.
No, you just hope that he can maintain the draft at least. So you see Mante going right up by the wall, ripping the lip already.
Wachinski's going to find himself with a little bit of company as he dives down low to the solid blue line, but up on the high side. And right behind him, he has got Jordan Person and Scott Merrick. These guys now getting ready to try to contend, making it 3 wide right here for the lead going into turn 3. That's what you came to see. Everybody's on their feet as we come down low.
Little bit of a hip check from Merrick into Person.
Merrick with the 310 doing exactly about everything that I wouldn't do on the first lap, which is why he's down there and I'm up here. Still going to be battled now. Person still coming up high around the outside.
Ooh.
Watching that 56 car, Chuck Norris. I mean, that car's like Chuck Norris. He is literally like nunchuck everywhere. He is loose.
Walker, Texas Ranger, shoving the student driver along. And that's oh, there's contact between him and Person. Person going up to the wall, trying to gather it back up.
Oh, Wachinski better watch this. He finds himself in the middle of a 3-wide sandwich, and there it is. There's that contact.
In the wall.
Person smacks him just a little bit. And that's what I said. That's what you got to watch out. Wachinski was actually dropping back from the front, declaring that he did not want any of that craziness that was going on up there. But the beating and banging continues as you got the 56 car. He is tucked in, pulling that 310 as hard as he can. Paul Olson now in the 23 car. He has made his way up to the front to throw his name up on the ring.
Yeah, Greg Wyszynski almost involved in a happy little accident right there. Lucky to get away.
Yeah. He is going to be battling with Dennis Manti right now. And, you know, I don't know what the temperature is on the track per se, but I can definitely tell you that it's starting to heat up a lot of it.
It is currently 82 track temp.
Well, I was talking about.
Whoa, big move from Norris.
Yeah, see Wyszynski coming up high around the outside. He is going to be laying in that catbird seat, trying to get up high and make a move. Coming around the 23 of Olsen.
Whoa, you saw Norris get a little bit of the apron, shot the car up a bit, and something to keep an eye on. We already have a few distinct packs. A couple cars have kind of lost the lead draft here. We're working to get it back. Here comes Wyszynski to the outside of Merrick, trying to get out of the chaos and get back to the front.
Holding that high line. He is right there, door to door, coming up, seeing if he can make it. These guys were 3 wide right here, coming through 4 once before. At the line, though, Wyszynski is going to try to have his nose on it. But looks like Merrick is going to go ahead now, but he's going to be trailed side by side. There's the 56 as well as Wyszynski in the 55. Now we got 3 wide going down the backstretch, going into 3.
Oh boy,
we've been here before.
Here, oh,
hold your line. It's all fine. Just hold your line. Oh, Wyszynski bites down across the line. That one is actually going to be given to the 310, and he goes sideways. Contact with the 56.
Oh.
That might not bring out the caution, but we're watching the 310 as he comes back onto the racetrack. Green flag stays out, and then he goes round and around in the 56. Still no caution on the racetrack. Green flag racing continues.
I think Chris Norris might be stopped on the racing surface in turn 1. I don't know if he's towed yet or got off of the racetrack, but it might be a bit scary when they come back. Oh, that might not be Norris. I think that's another one of the black and silver brigade.
The black and silver brigade, but Wyszynski right now, he is leading this tirade tonight. He's got the 14. That's going to be Jordan Person. Person's going to be high on the outside, but you got Mr. Paul Olsen. Olsen's going to be tucked down low. Person now makes his move down to the inside. They're going to push Wyszynski high. Wyszynski not afraid to be high. Actually, they went 3 wide around this very same turn not too many laps ago. Ooh, a little wobbly there we got from the 14. He's going to look, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like putting a hippo in high heels, man. Sometimes these things get a little wobbly in the rear end.
That I do, Big Al. I understand that completely.
Ooh, Wyszynski sitting there waiting now, throwing on the bumper. Going to come down to the inside. Going to try to square up Person. Going to now make his move. As you we're watching that 326, he is having a hard time down on a solid strike. Well, these guys definitely are not afraid to go 3 wide, James.
Absolutely not. And, you know, something to keep an eye on. I don't think we're going to actually need to make a pit stop for fuel. These things carry 22 gallons on them. And they don't go through that fuel a lot, you know, compared to more bespoke race cars. Street stocks have a lot better fuel mileage, so I think this might be an 80-lap fight to the finish. So if you're one of those cars that have lost the draft, you're hoping for that caution. Otherwise, it might be a long night for you.
Tell you what, if the guys up front keep driving like they're driving, you might see it, but cautions have been hard to come by as we've had quite a few stack-ups there. I believe 3 cars right now being shown not on the race surface or 3 laps down. That's William Green, Robert Caudill, and Chris Norris. the 15 to 1 and the 56. We watched all three of those guys. The 56, he was actually running up front here for the early part of the contest. Actually even led a couple of laps before he met an untimely demise that sent him sliding through the infield right at the pit entrance.
And part of me is wondering if cautions were even turned on, because I swore that had a caution would have been thrown, considering that a few of those cars came to rest on the racing surface as cars were coming by. So
we're just gonna say that they're turned on, but you're gonna have to work really hard for it. You're gonna have to bleed. Okay, if you want to caution tonight, it's gonna have to be some bleeding. Man, side by side person now making his move. Him and Greg Wachinski, these two guys definitely have found each other's number, and they are not afraid. As they're beating and banging, person takes the worst of it, goes up high to the outside there. The 326 thinks better of the situation, and he falls back to save his keister. But here comes person now. He has got the 55 dialed up, and he is running on the line to the line. They scored that one to Jordan Person. But they are side by side. You're looking at the view. That view would be coming to you from Dennis Manti. Now Manti is right behind person, trying to help him advance his cause as the 14 now bounces to the center just a little bit. Riding that center line as the 55 is nice and low.
Yeah, Person's doing a good job on that outside, maintaining pace. I really think that the leader on the inside is where you want to be for the majority of the race, but I think you want to be that car on the outside of the leader coming to the checker. We're nearly 3 wide again. Because if you could stay alongside, the momentum you're going to get off of the high side coming to the checker, that might be just enough to have your nose out ahead as you cross the line underneath the checker flag. But of course, that's provided you can keep a good enough run around the outside through 3 and 4, and hoping that the car on your inside doesn't give you a little bit of a hip check. Get the chicken wing out and kind of push you up a little bit.
Getting close there, especially between that 326 and the 55. These guys are leaving little to no room there. But I guess that's the way you pass, right? That's how you pass class, just a little piece of paper in between them. Wachinski now back to the middle. He's going to be the thread in the middle. That's a 326 and the 15 for the 14 of Jordan Person. Guys still duking it out here, have not yet been able to find a definable leader. Not a dominant car has emerged amongst them yet.
And something to keep an eye on with all the battling that these four have been doing. Merrick and Kevin Jordan have actually started to catch a little bit. You can see when we change camera angles, you can start to see them appear in the shot. That time they cut another 2/10 off. So this 4-way battle for the win might turn into a 6-way battle here, as Jordan is doing a fantastic job pushing Scott Merrick along, getting them back into the fray. And that's something I was wondering if we were going to see. You know, it might not seem like it, considering that the front of these Panthers, obviously all of us know it to be a Camaro, are wedges, but you can actually push pretty well in these cars. Like, I remember with a few buddies for a while, every Friday we put up hosted races at Legacy, Michigan, and I'd just be shoving one of them along non-stop, not even lifting in the corners, and there not being any issue. So you could push really well in these cars if you know what you're doing. And Kevin Jordan, he knows what he's doing, because I think they are back in draft range. Unbelievable.
Yeah, as we're watching these guys up front battle at it, the guys behind them are still in this race. They're cut kind of on a different schedule, though. A lot less aggressive towards the back. That 310, that 95 is kind of allowing these guys to kind of get the same vantage point, but without the stress, if you will. And now they're just slowly eking up onto the situation. Also, we got lap traffic Sunday coming up here in front of the leaders as they go 3 wide.
Oh, baby. Yes. Get your popcorn ready.
Yep, speaking of lap traffic, Robert Caudill, Chris Norris, and William Green all are actually back into the hunt now. 2 of those drivers 3 laps down, that's Caudill and Norris. The third 4 laps down, which will be William Green. So that's good news. So that's a good news that we got 13 cars that are still in this thing.
Absolutely, as we're quarter of the way through already. Oh no, Greg Wyszynski's getting turned! And there's the caution!
Woo! Man, could have been a lot worse right there. Caution is out for the first time tonight. We will be running that back there in the way back machine so you can see exactly what took place. I'll let you unpack this one, James.
Yeah, I think there might have been a bit of a push gone wrong here. I'm not sure. You see Greg jump down to block the inside, and upon further review, I don't think Greg was as clear as he thought he was making that move. Manti had enough of that nose right there to unfortunately turn the 55 around. You know, not much, if anything, you can do in that situation if you're Dennis Manti. He's just holding his line the best as he can, and yeah, maybe a lane change gone wrong if you're Greg. Happy little accident.
Yep, that's going to bring out the first caution, which makes the entire pit strategy almost a moot point because everybody's going to be coming down right now and getting re-energized and reinvigorated. Greg will be able to get his car fixed, if not snag his fast repair. The 3 horsemen will at least be able to ride in and get one of their laps back. It will cost them a pit stop, but hey, right there though, that lap back, I think that's money in the bank.
Absolutely. It's a heck of a lot easier to get 2 laps back than 3 laps back.
Yep, had one guy dancing around in his pit stall. That's that student driver right there. Sometimes that student driver comes out in the best of all of us.
Yeah, unfortunately, you see him just miss his pit box a little bit. And that's easier to do than you think in this car. The brakes are strange. Like, it almost feels as if there's ABS in a way, and so you're not really getting all the brake into it. So you kind of overshoot things a lot easier than you realistically think you would. Like, I've actually raced this car on a road course quite a bit, and it takes a minute to get used to the brakes and how they work. It's completely unlike anything else on the service.
It has taken these guys quite a while on pit road, and this is just topping these things off. Some of these drivers will be getting damage repaired, but believe me, these cars are definitely not economic when it comes to the pit road strategy. And let's talk about that, because we were talking, these cars were usually good generally for 20 to 25 minutes. You said 80 laps, it wouldn't have to stop. Now we're 24 laps into this thing, 22-gallon tank. I'm thinking that was the last pit stop that they would need to make here, unless they're getting damage repaired.
Yeah, that's what I think at any rate. Obviously, we don't have the fuel numbers, but I've never really had to worry about fuel every time I've driven this car. And that's a good thing because you saw the pit stops take a long time in this car. There's a couple of the
Oh, yeah.
competitors were asking about that earlier, and iRacing modeled it as how a pit stop would be in an actual street stock. With guys doing the not an actual
It's
like,
manual.
yeah. Like you might have like a electric drill with the socket taking the lugs off and just grabbing the good old normal red gas tank and just filling her up all slow and steady.
I'm telling you, it's probably the equivalent of your 57-year-old aunt changing the tire on a Hyundai on the side of the road.
Absolutely. As you saw, the pace car is off. All kinds of chaos and confusion, and someone coming in from Mock Jesus. Oh, good gracious.
Man, that's gonna be
oh,
a
my
black
Lord.
flag to go with the green flag. Just totally timed that wrong. 007 there, Chris Norris, he's going to be down on the inside, unable to get going. Going to go ahead and put it on the hook, take a tow back. That's unfortunate for him. And just like that, we're going to have 5 cars that are being dealt crappy hands to try to deal with. Not sure what happened there on that restart, but we did not get formed up. And because of that, it caused a lot of things to actually occur that were phenomenons. Okay, that's what we'll call them.
Yeah, you saw Ryan Wayner. He was the only one that actually got himself a black flag from that.
These boys just come into town a whomping and a wailing.
Yeah, that was a great job by William Green to somehow hold on to that car. I thought for sure that was going to nuke the field, but we survived it somehow. And again, somehow only one black flag out of all that. I think there was a whole lot of confusion.
Yeah, I don't think we're done being confused.
Nope.
I think it's just gonna do what it's gonna do. But man, that was a little rough right there.
That it was. And right now, the ones that have benefited the best, Paul Olson out in front with Wild and Joseph Gilbert P3. As you see, Merrick, Wachinski, and Kevin Jordan making their way back up.
Jordan Paul run is what I would say in this instance. I mean, he just kind of came out on the clean side of things, and now he's got her situated where he wants her to be, and that's the key to this thing. The key is trying to keep it from getting dented and dirty. If you can get that through three quarters of this race, you're going to be in a pretty good seat right there. And then you just have to really play the lottery to get through that last quarter.
Yeah, and another thing to keep an eye on with how long it took everyone to change. Oh no! We got contact. The 11 coming down on the 48. Caution is out.
Yep, caution's out for the second time of the event. We'll definitely replay this one here one more again and look at it because 2 cars can't occupy the same space at the same time.
Yeah, you see, here comes the 48 with the run to the inside of the 11. He's there.
11 got a little squirrely, the 11 did. I think he was kind of pedaling that thing through the turn and just came down across the nose of the 48. But fortunately for him, no more contact, and he was actually able to keep that thing pointed in the right direction. Now, pace car's out, lights on the pace car, right? Lights on the pace car. And we'll see if we can't get this.
Bracket under caution. The 15 just looped it in front of Dennis Monti. Oh, good gracious. Oh!
No, Monti just kamikaze the 15 is what he just did.
Yeah, the 15 looped it in front of the 326 because of the 326.
We're sitting there and you're thinking that everything's going right. You might have yourself a good race here, man. Then all of a sudden, right out there between the turns, a little chaos just breaks off. And now we got Indians running across the backfield. This whole thing just it just turned into a crapshoot real quick, didn't it?
Yeah, that's honestly putting it mildly. Everything really
the sauce is broke. Wow. Wachinski back down on pit road. This is no doubt a damage fix. Been able to spend that premium time there. He's not really going to lose anything. Just got to watch the pace car. James, what happened on that last restart?
So, I think a lot of Scott Merrick has just left the building. That's unexpected since he was right there up on the top three. But yeah, what I think that had happened was you saw everyone on pit road for a long time because of those pit stops, and it became basically kind of elbows and a-holes trying to catch up to the field, and maybe cars not really able to figure out where race control was telling them to go, and just cause absolute chaos, especially with the cars further back. When they caught the field, it was basically Days of Thunder, Kyle Busch at Daytona 10 plus years ago, just full speed when they caught up. And it ended up actually working out great for quite a few cars. Like Robert Cottle, he gained 2 laps back because of the wave around, and getting another lap back because of everyone taking so long to get their fuel and tires. So Robert is only 1 lap down now when he was 2 or 3 down not that long before. And you would have thought that he would have got the lucky dog this time and got back on the lead lap, but I wonder if he got a little bit of contact from the that incident on the back straightaway as everyone was catching the pace car, and that took away the lucky dog, which can happen. If you get any sort of incident under a caution, whether it's even if it's a 0x, you get that, you lose the lucky dog. So that's what I think happened. Well, actually, if that is it, I couldn't tell you what actually happened then.
It's a pretty good synopsis, though, what actually went down. Lights off on the pace car. He'll be getting off the racetrack and out of the way here. We'll be taking this thing back green sooner than you think. Paul Olsen lined up in that pole position. He's got Michael Wild on his outside, leading us through that Geico restart zone, and green. Olsen is away. Olsen stood on that thing, got it pointed right direction, up and gone. He is on a different flight path completely than the rest of the field. It looked like he was shot out of a rocket right there. Catches pretty much everyone behind him sleeping. And that's going to pay big dividends, especially on a track like Charlotte, especially on a night like tonight where it's been, elbow to elbow. We've been pretty much beating and banging for every position here. But luckily for us tonight, the majority of the entanglements have been up front.
That it has. And yeah, obviously, if you've stuck around the Inside Lane Productions ecosystem, you're very familiar with Paul Olsen. Paul is very accomplished, very experienced, and he was putting that experience to good use on that restart, getting him a huge jump and making sure that he's controlling this race. As you see someone up on the wall hard, I think that might have been Cottle.
Now we got an 11 car, Michael Wild. And
whoa, big move. Oh, the 11, all kinds of sideways. Oh, and there's contact into the 12. Halverson going back up the track into the wall. Round he goes, and caution is back out.
11 cars out of control, man. He that car is freaky fast, right? Because if it's fast, it's uncontrollable because he was out of control. Yeah, he's like me after about a 6-pack. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like, what was that contact that made him squirrely? The 12 checks up, and then he takes it from the tag from the 95.
Yeah, you see the 11 got put sideways, comes right down in front of the 12. 12 has to check up the 95, Kevin Jordan. not able to, absolutely no opportunity to check up in time, gets into Dennis and puts him around. Just, really just, and you really just call that a plate, a pack racing incident right there.
12 car seemed to have taken the brunt of the entire collision. Real hard on the left rear quarter panel, also on the right nose.
And you saw Halverson towed. I'm honestly surprised he towed. I figured that, it was significant contact, but I figured he still would have been able to drive it back fairly easily.
That was very significant contact for the 12 car. And I'm just saying that he really did kind of take the worst end of that. Now with that leaves us with just 6 cars out of the 13 on the lead lap. And we're not even halfway through this thing.
Yeah, it was pretty clean and green for the most part in the first quarter of this race, but quarter number 2 has been anything but. We're just about ready for the halftime show here in a couple laps.
Yeah.
As you see Robert Cotto going around, I believe he's now finally going to be back on the lead lap. So that's going to put us back at 7 cars on the lead lap. We have, I believe, 9 cars still running for the most part. Wayner has officially called it quits. Scott Merrick, we saw just it disappear right there in P3 under the last caution. Dennis Monte has also called it quits for tonight. William Green, I think he's still here and he's still in it.
Well, it's still anyone's race up to this point. Like I said, we're not even halfway through this thing right now. Light's getting ready to go off on the pace car. Time to double it up again. Paul Olsen will still be in that lead dog spot. He's still going to have Michael Wild on his outside. Hopefully these guys will be able to get a better handle on that Olsen car. Because, I mean, he jumped like Jordan on that restart and was gone. That's what I'm
to see everyone. About. Yep, as we see everyone getting double file once again. I believe Halverson is still on pit road right now. He's 2 laps down. So right now, the first car a lap down is Chris Norris at 2 down. So Chris is absolutely doing the caution dance right now, hoping he can at least get back 1 lap. Because it's a heck of a lot easier to get 1 lap back than it is get 2 back.
I know, right? And that's the key right now. This part of the race, you definitely don't want to lose any more of those. Still 8th through 12th, these guys are still out on the race surface. They're going to be jockeying for those positions. Marek also is out of the competition. I believe himself, Dennis Manti, and Ryan Wayner are the 3 cars that are out. I'll let you know more in a second. Green flag's out. Olsen's on his way.
Oh, my Lord.
That is not good.
Crackers. Oh, no, they're contact. Hold on to it, Kevin. Kevin Jordan goes around. Keeps it out of the wall, though.
Well, that's the way to get a black flag.
I don't think he did. I don't think anyone did. As crazy as the one black and silver car coming around at Mock Jesus, he went around the outside when they were green. So that is a legal move.
Not a way to get a lot of Christmas cards.
Yeah, probably not. I believe it was William Green who did that, able to get one of his laps back, now 9 down. So I think he might have just been lapped again.
Uh-uh.
Meanwhile, up at the front, Paulson battling with Jordan Person hard. Person gonna take the lead. Paul trying to work with his G&G teammate Greg Wachinski right behind. And yep, William Green did in fact lose that lap. He gained back to 10 down.
I take it you applauded that move.
As a competitor, if I was out there, I don't think I would have appreciated that. Oh boy, Michael Wild almost getting into the back of Person and going way up the track into Paul. No contact there is contact this time. Oh no, Paul's going around into Greg. G&G violence.
You know, I'm just gonna say it, man. I don't know who the number 11 driver is, and I don't know what he's on, but it's obvious. I don't think he has a clue what the heck he's doing.
Michael Wild is definitely living up to his last name with how he's been driving tonight.
Yeah, but that's how you lose people from the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been out of pocket most of the night.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, Paul is displeased.
I would be displeased. It's one thing to come out and race somewhat civil.
Oh no, we're spinning in the back again. I think it's an important distinction. We do have a mix of experienced, established drivers with some that are still a little newer to the service. So I do think it's a helpful distinction to mention that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you meet my co-host, Mr. James Watson. James will be here sugarcoating bullshit for the rest of the evening.
I mean, hey, someone has to be good cop, all right? Someone's, that's the dynamic you and I have always had, and it's always worked so great. You're bad cop, I'm good cop.
I'm not complaining, brother. I was just letting them know. You're going to be over here singing his praises. I couldn't do it. Wow, that was awesome.
Anyways, I think we're about 2 to green here, and we are now in the second half of this race.
Yep, definitely over halfway through this contest tonight. Gonna be getting them lined up. Couple shakeups up front here within the lineup. A couple drivers they're dropping off. I'm assuming to get damage repaired.
Yeah, and that really benefited Kevin Jordan. You saw him going around, I believe, on the second lap after we went back green. That allows him to get back up into the draft and back in the fray. Kevin Jordan, of course, the long-lost relative of our own Kobe Jordan, brother from another mother.
Yeah, Roger.
And for those wondering, Kobe has not said a single thing right now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
What?
I believe that last rip might have been a bit too much if I'm reading between the lines correctly. Anyways, we're 1 to green now. Get ready to get back going here.
I'm up, and right now, like I said, 7 cars still remaining on the lead lap in this contest. 3 cars behind the wall. Lights off on the pace car. He is going to be dipping down out of the way. And Jordan Person is going to be leading us to that Geico restart zone.
And crucially, the caution dance did work for Chris Norris. He is now 1 lap down, and he's going to be continuing to do the caution dance, trying to get himself back on the lead lap here.
So we can expect to see him running high around the outside.
Actually, you might be right on that, because nope, he's actually caught up to the pack already, right there behind Dennis Halverson. So no one coming around at Mock Jesus this time around.
Yep, I don't have a track map, so it's been surprising every time. But here we go. Jordan Person off and away. Solid restart. Because he's got the hammer down, got her pointed in the right direction, got a pair of bandits behind him. Almost contact, almost not.
Yeah, it did. Oh, no.
Tap from the Wachinski
car.
No! He's going to get run straight up the wall. This is going to be a door banger here.
Oh, my goodness. We were 4 wide for a split second. As Paul Olsen getting out of that.
As quick as he can. Paul's on the train that left town.
But yeah, at first it didn't look like the greatest restarts for the 11. The initial jump didn't look that great, but he definitely got through the gears. Seemed like a lot better than Person, and was able to stay essentially right there tucked up on him. But now he is having to deal with Kevin Jordan coming to the inside.
Yeah, and the 11 car has been a little bit out of control there, as you can still see him sliding through the turn.
He's holding on to it, baby! Oh, down on the apron!
Right
He goes back up the track!
Oh,
and the 48's going around! And I think that's it! Also, if Dennis Halverson didn't hit anything with all the stuff that he was having to avoid, that might be the avoidance of the century. Like, we have to get an onboard look of just the 12 and nothing else. You see the... go on, Big Al.
No, I'm talking to Larry now. Hey, somebody go down there and grab them damn keys.
Oh, you see some damage on the 48. Dennis! Oh my god! Oh my goodness gracious! How in the world did Halverson not get absolutely demolished? That is some top tier avoidance from Dennis right there. Good lord.
That was awesome. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just, trying to make light of the situation so that, people don't get upset. But the 11 car right there just having a bad night, and you can see just as he bounced around there, not able to lock it down either. And that just kind of caused it to ricochet.
Oh, unfortunately, with that, it does appear that the right front might have been knocked off of that 12 car. You saw he did get contact with Wild on that right front corner, and it looks like that has taken off the right front. And yep, he does have a meatball from that. That is unfortunate for Dennis Halverson. Just got back on track after his issue earlier in the race. He was only 2 laps down, but yeah, I don't know if there's faster pairs in this league, but if he had one, he probably already used it. So yeah, that
they get
okay.
One in the pass repair.
All right. interesting. So only 2 cars remain with 1 fast repair, but that does mean that that might be night over for Dennis Halverson, unfortunately. But at the same time, it's hard to say because from what I've seen since we switched to the new universal damage model, sometimes the damage repair on the front control arm isn't always a long repair. Like sometimes I've had a similar accident to Halverson, got down on pit road, and the meatball was only a 30-second required repair. Now, obviously, you had a whole bunch of optional repairs you still need to get done, but you were only required to be there for a little bit. So if you're Halverson, that's what you're hoping for. But so far, showing him only 2 down still. Oh, he has just left the building. So, yeah, I think that answers that.
12 car. It's going to be the 4th car off the track tonight. That's the 12 of Dennis Halverson. 310 of Scott Merrick. Dennis Mantai in the 326. And the 007 of Ryan Wayner.
See, Michael Person holding on to, or Jordan Person holding on to the lead of this race. But you see Greg has worked himself back to the front row. See what kind of restart he'll be able to get this time around.
Green flags out. Jordan Person's on his way. He's got Kevin Jordan. He's going to be shoving him in front of the backside. Paul Osen and Greg Wachinski. Both going to be kind of high. Greg definitely out of the pocket. He's going to be running the high line all the way around, occupying what right now is 2nd place. But now that you got the 95 of Kevin Jordan, he is back up front now, and he is underway and up to speed. So I'm definitely expecting to see him. Oh, he's going to try to make a run for it there, showing a little bit of bumper to the back end of the 14. Was not the patient move that I think that the 14 was expecting.
Yeah, that was nearly a disastrous error for Jordan Person. I think that you want to defend that inside lane with your life. You know, like I said, it always seems to be OP when it comes to this car at this track. So you want to be controlling that inside and just hope that the momentum will be on your side as you're coming to the checker flag. And so he does not want to give Kevin Jordan the opportunity to get to the inside and send him backwards.
Yeah, definitely not. These three putting it together now, almost like a Lego piece. Wachinski still staying high. Just like that.
Whoa. Person also going a little high.
The 11 car with Michael Wild. He's a lap down, but he is definitely re-entering the party.
Yeah, the Wild Man trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, indeed. Guys in the back kind of just let him go, because he is a man on a mission there. As you see him now, getting ready to mix it up, coming up on the high side there, following Wachinski's lead. Going to take one more there as Wachinski's towing down on the midline.
Yeah, I would have figured that it would have been Olsen filling the gap right behind Greg Wachinski, but I think Paul is electing to just kind of ride around towards the back of this pack.
Yeah, I think
Paul tapped
out on crazy.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
We've
But
still
we're
got,
watching this.
and we've still got 25 laps to go, so there is still plenty of crazy to come.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Plenty of racing left to occur even. Wojcinski still battling on that high side now. He's going to be moving up along the side of the 47. Sorry, the 14. He is going to take the lead there. Be scored in. He'll get that lap, for points purposes. Still battling, though, with the 14 to 55 is. These two side by side now. This is really the only side by side battle that we got on the racetrack. These two not relenting either way as the 14 gets a bump from Kevin Jordan. That's going to allow Jordan to drive deep down into the turn. So be hooking that line, coming out side by side again across the line. That one's going to Wojcinski again. Just not quite able to get clear. Having trouble getting up to the door until he comes.
Oh, we got a car going around in the back. The black, the wild man goes around.
No caution.
Nope. Unfortunately, even though he went around, there was no one behind him, no one around him. So, single car incident. iRacing says play on.
Olsen, significant contact into the wall there. Hopefully that was more towards the door, but he is definitely starting to kind of fall back a little bit. Not sure if that's his will or if that's just the way. And now Greg down on the inside now. He's going to be battling in person. Wojcinski actually able to get his bumper clear. Person coming up at the line. The bump this time comes from Kevin Jordan's going to be delivered to the 55 of Wojcinski. Greg scored that lap again. As the 14 slides down. Yeah, a little incidental contact. No worries. But Wojcinski has definitely been fighting. For whatever reason tonight, whoever that lead car is, he's never been able to just kind of like relax.
Nope.
You were talking about the draft earlier, but we're watching that 14, and he's just kind of out there in that bubble, watching that 3 wide. He's got a lap car high up on the wall. That was the 48 of Joseph Gilbert. He scored 1 lap down. Not looking the best right there. Hopefully he'll be able to come down and maybe give that car some much-needed love.
Yeah, that thing has seen better days. These two got awfully close to each other once again, entering turn 3. 20 to go.
It's a drag race every lap down the backstretch. These guys they're stacking up, and they're showing us exactly what we can expect for the last 10 laps, because that's what we got for the last 20 laps. This has been a side-by-side dogfight with these two just not actually necessarily swapping positions, but one going high and the other one going low now.
And you've seen the last few times they crossed the line, it's been person just barely ahead. And just like it was when Wojcinski was that single car on the outside lane, he was still getting to the stripe first. And it shows you, and it shows you how important that momentum is from the high side. Even all by his lonesome, Jordan Person is able to continually be the leading car. Even with Greg trying to go up just a little bit higher and higher every lap, it's still not enough to keep Person at bay.
Yeah, both of these guys have demonstrated this multiple times from the same position. The question is going to be now, who's going to get that dominant spot, which happens to be that high side right in the pocket. But how do you get up there?
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, a little bit higher that time. I mean, Greg really needs Kevin to start pushing him as hard as Kevin was pushing Scott Merrick to get them back into the lead draft we saw earlier in the race. Now, that time, Greg was the leader at the stripe.
Woo. Beating and banging, still coming out of 4.
Oh, and they're
little bit more
continuing to make contact. I think they got locked together a little bit. You saw Greg was just trying to enter in at the middle. Jordan was still trying to push him down, and he just kind of got hooked.
Oh, Wojcinski got bumped right there. He's still going to be riding the pedals on that one as he's going to have Olsen high around the outside on him. But I don't know. It seemed like Greg was maybe maneuvering to go from that low side to try to get back up to the high side. Now Olsen's up high. The 95 made an awesome move right there, as you saw, because he actually made it right through there, through the 3 wide situation, and drove right down into the low end. Wojcinski now is planning on doing the same thing as he gives a little love tap there, trying to help the 95 get around the track.
Now, something to keep an eye on. I think there might be some front end damage on that 95. It almost looks as if it's center punched in a little bit. So
that's from beating Wojcinski. He's been pushing. He's the pusher. He's been pushing all night.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That car has been the pusher. I don't know if you want it to be the pushy. So far, it doesn't really seem to be affecting them all that much, but it's always a bit nerve-wracking to see a car with front end damage leading a line in a pack race like this.
Well, that's where he's at, and he put himself in that position. But here we
go.
He's now down on the inside there. He's door to door. Now coming up 3 wide. 95 finds himself in the sauce. He's now going to go back to 3 wide on that second row. Wojcinski cleared for the lead. Still 3 wide. 95's bouncing all the way back. He went literally from second to 6th place just that quick. Wojcinski's battle's not over just yet, as he's got Persons up high and he's got Robert down low. And Wojcinski's going to ride the lightning and try to keep it, but he's going to end up making contact. Caution's coming out one more time here. That should be the 4th caution, I do believe. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. The 6th caution tonight for cause. And we're going to take another look at this one, and I do believe that's probably going to be it for Greg.
Yep.
Just from a mental frustration part.
Yeah, you're going to see the one get the apron right here. Shoots up the track right into Greg.
At that point, he was alone for the ride. Yeah, significant contact on both the front end and the rear end of that car. Wojcinski still... Oh, he smashed the button. Greg Wojcinski has left the race.
Yep. And I think Cotto might have a black flag. Do we have an incident limit in this league? Okay, so it's the incident limit black flag for Robert. I assume at any rate. Yeah. But he didn't really do anything else that would have been black flag worthy, so I'm fairly certain that's what it was for.
It's been quite the night here.
That it was. I believe we're going to be about 9 or 10 laps to go when the green flag comes back out.
We were watching a car wreck, and then a car race broke out. Ooh, 10 to go at the line. This was going to be a nail biter, not stacking up and ending the way that it started. Right now, 6 cars on the lead lap, 8 cars remaining in the contest, 5 cars out of the race. Chuck Norris right now being shown as your leader in that 56 car. Paul Olsen is going to be in second. Kevin Jordan third. Robert Caudill, he's going to be in fourth. And then fifth place got Jordan Person. Michael Wilds in sixth. And that right there are your lead lap contenders.
Yeah, the Wild Man back up on the lead lap.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Michael Wild is back up on the lead lap. Go, Michael.
Man, whoever's going to be, I think, on the outside front row, that is a lot of right front damage there. 15. Okay, it's William Green. He won't be up the front, but there's a lot he's having to manage there.
Lights off on the pace car. 1 to go, 10 to go. 1 to go to a green, 10 to go till this thing is over. Do believe we have ourselves an unlimited amount of green, white checkers. Unlimited meaning 3. This new world we live in. Chris Norris. What a story he's actually putting out there tonight. Battling all the way back from all different types of adversity. Found himself up on top of this thing. Now he qualified all the way back in 5th place. So he's definitely enjoying his advancement. But Kevin Jordan, well, he's still in second. Pace car's off and away. Geico restart zone. Green flag, we're racing. 56 of Chris Norris. Battling intently against the 95 of Kevin Jordan. These two guys right now trying to make it work. It is a drag race. Back around the line to see who's going to be the dominant car. All night we've seen the high line be the dominant line, but right now, is that going to be the case as Paul Olsen now comes down to the inside? He's going to give a show as all Olsen washes up just a little bit as we're watching that right front fender cam. There's that left rear. What? Across the line we go. Kevin Jordan. Chris Norris. Side by side. 7 laps to go. They've got an Olsen. Go ahead.
Yeah, right now, if what we've seen holds true, Kevin might be in the catbird seat, being exactly where you want to be on the final lap.
Still a lot of racing left to go.
Oh, a little bit sideways for Norris. Got a little bump from Jordan Person on the front straightaway that put him sideways.
And they shuffle again. Olsen just kind of laying back. He is looking, trying to figure out which direction he wants to go.
Here comes Person. We're 3 wide. Oh, no. They're on the apron. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yep. This is going exactly how I thought it would. And around goes Norris. Caution is out. Oh, Norris back up into the wall hard.
Hard into the wall for the 56. Chris Norris been out here tonight having a pretty good run. Definitely was probably going to find himself sitting up and amongst them on the pole, if not actually even in the bird seat itself. But now, just like that, there goes his chances. And I do believe Mr. Norris is going to exit stage left.
Yeah, I was just about to say that would have been an unbelievable story if Norris could pull off the win after being down multiple laps.
This is a battle of attrition. Right there, you see it on your screen, the 14 battling heavily with the 56, just trying to see if it works. But unfortunately, in some cases, 14 goes in the 56, but not tonight. That was not a beautiful union.
Yeah. Yeah, you, when you see a car go down onto the apron like that, it's just never a good thing. Oh boy. I think we're gonna be 3 laps to go when we go back green this time around.
Three laps to green. 3 laps to green. All right.
So right now, only 4 cars on the lead lap. Jordan, Olsen, Person, and Michael Wild.
Yep. 5 laps to go here. Light's still on the pace car, which means we'll be 3 to go by the time we take the green. And depending on how well we stay off of each other, the next flag could signal the end of this thing.
Yep.
Time to dull them up. Lights off on the pace car. Paul Olsen going to be sitting up high right here on the restart, and that's actually not a bad spot to be in there. And Paul's definitely demonstrated that he has the speed to be up there as well.
Yeah, it's just gonna come down to how good of a restart he gets. If he can stay with Kevin Jordan, then he's gonna be the car to beat. But if Jordan can clear in any way, then I'd be surprised if the 95 wouldn't go to the top at that point.
Got them all back nice and tight. These are the 6 cars that are still in the running for it. Out of these 6, 5 are on the lead lap. Robert Caudill in the 1 and 56 of Chris Norris are not. But if you look right down there in that 4th spot, you're going to find Michael Wild, and he's still in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pace car off and away. Jordan leading us to that restart zone. Green flag's out. He's away. Person follows. Olsen high. Olsen not the best restart. Now he's going to try to dive down. He was going to show to the inside, though. Now he's just trying to find the draft, and these 3 cars are hooked up and moving.
Yeah, what do you do if you're Jordan? He runs the middle. Here comes Person to the outside.
Man, 3 laps to go. Be 2 laps at the line. Olsen following close. He actually bumps up, elbows the 14 of Person. And now these two are coming to put the squeeze on the 95. Olsen down on the inside now. He's leading the way.
He's clear. Paul's got clear.
Paul is clear. Person kind of hung up a little bit behind the 95. White flag will be coming out at the line. Olsen right now finding himself almost going to be in a 3-wide situation. He is definitely going to have to block. His Phantom Menace is going to have to be double wide here tonight if he wants to make this thing stick. White flag's out. Next flag ends it. Olsen still making it work up top. The 95 coming around the outside high. Olsen finding himself in the middle. He can't be in 2 places at one time. He doesn't block low. He doesn't block high. He drag races it down the middle. And here we come is going to be just that. It's going to be a drag race, 3 wide here, across the line for the finish. We know that middle line's fast. We know that high line's fast. Olsen washes up, makes contact with the 95. That's going to put him out of it. Person now has the lead as Olsen's coming around the outside. Will it be enough? No. Jordan Person, your winner. Olsen. Heartbreak, agony, and defeat in second place. And Jordan. A hell of a tell that he tells tonight, finishing in third.
Absolutely. It seemed like Paul was exactly where he needed to be, but he just slid up a little too much in the corner and cost himself too much speed coming off the corner, and that was enough to allow Person to be a nose ahead as they took the checkered.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. As you're watching Mr. Person do his burnouts here. In that 14 car. He qualified in third. Brought her home in first. The 11 comes out and ceremoniously bumps him. All right, that's going to put Jordan Person, your winner. Paul Olsen's going to be coming across in second. Kevin Jordan third. Michael Weil comes fourth and fourth place with Robert Caudill in fifth. Chris Norris in sixth place with Greg Wilczynski in seventh. Eighth place, Joseph Gilbert. Ninth place, William Green. Dennis Halverson rounds out the top 10.
And we have... Then we have Scott Merrick, Dennis Monte, and Ryan Wayner rounding out the field in tonight's season opener.
All right, we're going to take a brief step away, get some words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the top 3.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
And we are back with your post-race coverage. I'm your host, Big Al here, and we joined in the booth by none other than Mr. Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan, Big Al, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. How's it going?
Hey, it's going great. Congratulations, first off, for bringing this thing home on the podium. I want to, you qualified this thing somewhere in second place, and you were running pretty strong. Had a little bit of a, say, change the tide there somewhere in the middle. This thing kind of sent you back, but you battled all the way back up to the front. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about your experience tonight and let us know what you think about this left lane iRacing league we got going.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, even at the start, I didn't even take the grid with the guys. I went to move something. I accidentally held the button on my wheel, so I started from pit roads. But other than that, it was fun. Few things going on there, but I mean, everybody's new. You know, this whole thing is new. Nobody really knows how to run around each other yet. I'm sure as the season progresses, all that will change, and we'll get some cleaner races going.
Yeah, definitely. Were you actually able to get ample practice time in this week?
I done a little bit. I probably should have done a little bit more, but obviously with work schedule and stuff like that, it's hard to make that free time.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks pretty solid effort there tonight for what you did bring in. You guys filed hard and you finished strong. Who you shouting out here tonight for your third place finish overall?
Well, I'll do you guys. You know, the league as a whole. Been the left lane trucking now for quite a bit, so it's nice to see that they got this going on now. And then all the admins and the broadcasters here tonight as well.
Tell you what, thank you there, Kevin. And as I always say, don't party too hard, and we'll see you next week.
All right, boys. Have a good one.
That was Kevin Jordan, your third place finisher tonight. Now, we're going to have Paul Olsen, and he's going to be joined by James Watson.
Hey,
Paul, James in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do.
Well, that was a hell of an effort there at the end. What was going through your mind there going into turn 3 and 4 on the white flag? It looked like you had the position you needed, but
I did. I was trying to stay low and not give up the bottom because I knew that was where I wanted to be, and I just slid up a little bit and for the 14 to get under me, and he did it cleanly. You know, he won the race, so sucks.
Yeah, but, you know, still bringing home a P2, that's impressive. It was definitely one of those races where just being alive at the finish was kind of an accomplishment in and of itself.
I hear you, man. That was a character. I still had my fast repair left, too. I was actually hoping for the big one, you know. But, yeah, I took a little bit of damage a few times. I was able to get it fixed under caution and not use my fast repair, but it was a fun race. I checked my my Fitbit after the race. My heart rate was 130.
Yeah, honestly, just take us through the mindset when you're in a race like this where, you know, it's like, okay, we might be getting a few incidents here and there. How does it change your plan of attack as the race goes on?
I was just really trying to just take it easy, save my tires, save my fenders. If somebody got behind me, I just gave them the position, and half the time they would, you know, give it back by spinning, or, you know, I was just really just trying to save my car.
Absolutely, and you did a great job at that. So, any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
G&G Racing, that's That's where I've been the last 5-6 years, and wish Kenny could be here right now. He's a little under the weather. He hasn't been feeling good the last couple weeks. And my teammate Greg, he had a rough go of it, but he was fast while he was here. So.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Paul, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Okay, and of course, you guys up in the booth, and Kobe for putting on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Paul, and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That was Paul Osen. He was your second place finisher overall, and now the man who needs no introduction, the first place overall winner, Mr. Jordan Person. Jordan, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, quite a show you guys put on down there tonight, and you were up front through the majority of it. Elbows out, beating and banging and fighting for position. How did it feel on this inaugural left lane iRacing event here tonight?
The car felt really good, and the people I was fighting with were racing pretty clean.
Well, you guys definitely unloaded a hot rod, man. Did you guys have any issues this week in your preparation getting ready for this?
Not really. Just spent 2-3 hours a day just getting ready. But it's kind of like NASCAR in these cars. Or Talladega.
Yeah, definitely a little bit out there. Did it meet your expectations? Did your car handle? Did it hold up? How were the tires? Were they a factor at all? Or was this something that you just everything just kind of stayed together?
The tires lasted quite a long time. Didn't have any real problems with them. I changed them in that pit stop, which was kind of a bad idea because it took me about 2 minutes to pit and get fuel.
So is that something that you don't think you'll do next week? Maybe you're not. Do you think you need to change tires? Is that what I'm hearing?
I probably won't change tires because they last quite a long time. I didn't even feel the wear on them.
Man, that's awesome. Solid hot rod you guys got here. You came out, you qualified third. You went out, you battled this thing. You were up front for most of the night. Didn't really see you get caught up in anything. You seemed to always be at least one step ahead. Is this the start you were hoping for the season? And what are you guys hoping to do to build on to this success?
Just keep on fighting and see if I can stay up front in front of all the wrecks.
Well, solid performance once again, Jordan. We appreciate you guys and everything you did. Who you shouting out tonight here for your overall dominant performance and winner of the first left lane iRacing event?
Probably Rolling Thunder Trucking and everybody that worked with me during the week.
All right, that shout out for Rolling Thunder Trucking. Jordan, as I always say, don't party too hard, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too. That was Jordan Person, the overall winner here tonight in this event here, the left lane iRacing event. Want to give a special shout out to our league owner, Mr. Tyree. Special thanks to you, James, for being up here with me, and Kobe for down beneath there pushing the buttons in the truck, making us look good. James, what do you got for us?
Oh man, yeah, that was definitely one heck of a race to watch and call, and I imagine next week's race will be just as exciting and crazy.
Yeah, indeed it will. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys. If you're new, please like, subscribe, give us a follow. If you're not new, thank you again for hanging out with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Al, and this is an Inside Lane Productions, and we'll see you next week.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.